I know what you're thinking. Jokorian. Where's Hanging with Jokorian Part 2? Well, let's just say plans changed. And I didn't really record much for the video because we were in a rush. I didn't really record as much because we were in a rush to go see the film, and plans ended up changing. We didn't go see it with my friend and my sister, but at least I went to go with my mom. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all about that. I do not mind. Hello everyone, Jokorian here, and we're going to be talking about The Suicide Squad. Not Suicide Squad 2016, the most recent one. I want y'all to know I am recording this video 2 weeks after I saw the film. So I'm sorry for being late on doing this movie review. This movie proved me wrong on so many levels. Like yeah, there are a couple parts that are kind of predictable, and there are things I already knew about the film, but it didn't really... Like, it wasn't what I expected, because seeing the trailers, I was thinking like this movie's gonna be very cheesy, and like yeah, even though when it comes to James Gunn, like you're gonna expect some cheesiness in it. Like, yeah, there are a couple of moments, but it's not like that. It's not at all. Like, it's non-stop action from start to end. Also, a little bit of a spoiler warning if you haven't seen The Suicide Squad. Now, there are a lot of deaths in this film. Like, you'd be surprised at how many people do not make it in this movie. There is a certain death in the Suicide Squad that me and my mom keep bringing up, and the story behind the reason why we keep joking about it is because when my mom was getting my hair done to go see the movie, like, we were on our second round of trying to bleach it blonde, and I ended up getting this email from Hot Topic saying new Funko Pop releases, and they bring up TDK. So I was like, oh my god, their Hot Topic is selling it. Well, what's funny is that I was looking up online for new Funko Pops, and TDK was online, but people were selling it for like 30 or 40 bucks on eBay. I got the email the next day, and then it said it was on sale for like 12 or 15 bucks. Wait, let me look at the box. Wait, yeah, 15 bucks. It was for 15 bucks compared to what people were selling it on eBay. So we were like, we don't know if we're gonna be able to pick them up because we're still gonna do my hair, and by the time my hair gets done, it's probably gonna be sold out. So my mom calls Hot Topic, and she asks if they could like pull one from the shelf and have it behind the counter so I can hold it for us, and they're like, they can't do that, it's against their policy. So we were like we don't know if we're gonna pick up TDK because they can't hold it for us, and by the time we get my hair done, they're probably gonna sell out. After my hair got done, I went into my room and started dressing up, putting on makeup, and started drawing my hand. And we ended up leaving the house with only, geez, like 10-15 minutes left until the movie starts. And then there was traffic. We get to the mall, and there was only like 10 or 7 minutes left until the movie starts. And by the time we got to the parking lot, we were like, my mom was like, should we run? I was like, I don't care. So we get to the mall, and then I see that there are like 5 or 6 of the TDK left, and my mom was like, grab it. And we end up getting TDK. I'll be doing a new Suicide Squad Funko Pops video soon, because there are like 4 of the Suicide Squad Funko Pops left. So once I'm able to get them all, I'll do a new review on that one. And then we end up waiting in line, and then there are workers and people in the line talking, and the line was actually building up, so we were like, I don't know if we're gonna make it to the movie on time. And there was, I don't know, like 2 minutes left until the movie starts. And then we finally get up to the desk, we get TDK, we run out to the car, drive straight to the movie theaters, we walk right in, and they were still playing ads. So I was like, okay, we made it here on time. So the reason why me and my mom keep bringing up this certain death and make a joke about it is because we go through all of that to pick up TDK and see him die within the first 6 minutes of the film. I'm like, goes to get TDK and watches him die the first 6 minutes. Like, it was like, it's almost like, well, it's almost like what was the point? But it's still it's a Funko Pop, and plus he's limited edition, so it's like you're probably never gonna get them online again because they're gonna jack the prices up. Okay, enough of that story and back to the review. Oh, now again, spoilers if you don't want to know who dies in this film. Now the character that dies first is Weasel because he ended up drowning, but if you watch in the post-credit scene, he actually survives that one. But like that, like it was a little unexpected because I was expecting there to be a lot more, but the first character to truly die is Blackguard because in that scene, Rick Flag ends up saying that he contacted the Quarter Maltese army, which is the enemy they're going against, and so he pretty much sold them out. And then TDK ends up dying, and then we end up getting to the death that made me really tear up. It was Boomerang. Hang on, let me rephrase that. I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry during Boomerang's death, but I actually laughed my butt off because of what happened. What happened with Boomerang's death was that there was a helicopter during the Quarter Maltese or beach mayhem, and Mongao, she tells Rick Flag that she's going to bring the helicopter down. She jumps up, grabs the helicopter, pulls it down, and as soon as it starts going after the guards and hitting the trees, Captain Boomerang ends up getting impaled by parts of the trees. And as soon as he gets onto his knees, he looks up. At first, I was like, even though I know he was gonna die, because they confirmed it. They confirmed that he was going to die like a couple years ago. So I was like, even though I know he's gonna die, I'm not expecting him to die so early in the film. So I wanted to cry, and then it cuts to Harley Quinn yelling out his name, and then the helicopter hits Boomerang. But before the helicopter hits Boomerang, he just smiles at his death he's like, oh, screw it, I'm dying anyway. So I wanted to cry during his death, but at the same time, I laughed at his death. So I was like, did you really have to do him like that, James Gunn? Come on. Then it leads up to Mongao dying, it leads up to Javelin, and it leads up to TDK dying, and then it leads up to Savant dying with the nanite bomb. And with this film, I'll never forgive Peacemaker for what he did. Because what happened in the film is that the Thinker ends up telling Ratcatcher and Rick Flag that the government was involved with the Project Starfish. And they sent in the squad just so they can cover up their tracks. So Rick Flag goes through the computers and he pulls a chip out and he pretty much says the world needs to know what the government is doing, or the world needs to know the truth. Peacemaker comes in and he tells them he can't let Rick Flag do that, and he said that Amanda Waller went to Peacemaker and told him if anything happens, don't let the information get out. And then Rick Flag and Peacemaker end up getting into a fight, and it ends with Peacemaker stabbing Rick Flag through the heart. That one killed me. It's so hard watching older characters die because I've been watching Boomerang and Rick Flag for the past 5 years since the previous Suicide Squad movie came out. And because of how I've been watching them for 5 years, I kind of grew attached to the characters. Now, even though it's titled The Suicide Squad, I read the comics. I've read a whole bunch of Suicide Squad comics. A lot of these characters end up dying, and sometimes it's characters that you care about, like Captain Boomerang. Captain Boomerang ended up dying in the comics, and he came back as a digital program. And at one point, Harley Quinn ends up getting shot by Deadshot. Somehow she survives, but the comic ends with you thinking that she's dead. So it's even though it's inevitable for any type of character to die in the Suicide Squad, it still killed me on the inside to see Rick Flag die a certain way, because he's always been the leader of the squad. So it's very hard to I don't know what to say. It's very shocking. As soon as I saw Peacemaker grab up a sharp object and stab him through the heart and push it in further, I was like, man, I was crying at that point. But that movie is insane. It is really insane. Like, you'll be surprised at how many characters don't make it. Like you watch the roll call trailer. When you watch the roll call trailer, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this movie's insane. It's gonna be packed with people being a part of the squad." There are probably like five or four people left. There are like 5 or 4 people left by the time the movie ends. So it's like, well, dang! Like, I was not expecting this at all. Now, for character development, pretty much almost all the characters, well, besides Harley, because Harley, she's had too much. Like, there was the first Suicide Squad, and then there's Birds of Prey, then this movie. It's like, she's already had enough time. But for character development, I think in some ways it would either be Ratcatcher 2, Bloodsport, and Polka Dot Man. Those are the only characters that I think have enough character development in the plot of the film. Now, for Blood and Gore, I was thinking that this movie was going to be very nasty, like very gory and very bloody. This movie is not all that. Like, yeah, there are bloody moments, but it's not as bad. Like, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, the closest we get to a very gory scene is the Thinker, Rick Flag's death, and a few others. I've watched the movie so many times I can't even think about it right now. But for Blood and Gore, it's not as bad as you think it is. It's not that bad at all. Now for the jokes. Where do I begin? This movie is full of James Gunn type dark humor. That's the best way to explain it. But there are a lot of funny moments in this film where I found myself laughing walking out of the theaters. Like, this movie was actually pretty funny compared to the last film. Like yeah, it is funny in certain parts of this film. The certain parts of this film, it is funny, but this movie is funny nonstop, and the plot, it kind of goes with the element of the film. And yeah, the jokes in this film are definitely not kid-friendly type jokes, but this movie is definitely filled with James Gunn stylized dark humor jokes. Now, Starro. Honestly, I was thinking the movie would be extremely cheesy just because of Starro. Honestly, no. Like, this movie, like, the way the movie is filmed, the way the movie is written, the way it's stylized, it kind of made sense for Starro to be the main villain. And, like, it made Starro fit in with the movie because, like, when you watch the film, you see blood, dark humor jokes, funny scenes, and then you have Starro, the way the movie is shot and the way it's stylized, it made Starro really fit in with the plot. So I was thinking the movie was going to be very cheesy, but no, it really exceeded my expectations. Now, a lot of people may complain that this movie has a lot of CGI, but honestly, the CG is very, like, in some scenes it's very convincing, and Starro, like, the special effects on Starro is insane. Like, I was like, this thing, like, exists. Like, oh my god, like, this is real. But the CGI is not that bad at all. It's like, there are a couple of scenes where it's like, okay, it looks cheesy, it looks fake, but at the same time you're interested. It keeps you interested in the entire film. I don't have much to say about this film, and I probably took up what's left of my storage, or my phone storage, but the only thing I would say is it's a good movie. The acting is great. They have a lot of good choices for certain characters, and the character development was good. The plot was good. The main villain, that one was good. And yeah, if I were to give this movie a rating, 10 out of 10. You're probably going like, oh my god, that's insane, because the last movie didn't really get that many views. Okay. Even though this is the butchered version from Warner Brothers, I call this movie a 10 to 10 for me. Because even though this isn't David Ayer's vision of a film, it's still one of my favorite ones. But this movie was like reading a comic book for me. Because, like, watching this whole film, it was definitely like James Gunn put his hand in the comic and pulled it out. That was how it felt for me. It felt like I'm watching comic books come to life compared to any other types of films. Anyway, leave a comment below if you have any questions about the film if you haven't seen it yet. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. What the heck did I just say? Please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe and ring that notification bell to be notified whenever I make a new video. And yeah, like this movie is crazy. Like it was a very fun film to watch. Now remember, sometime soon, the Suicide Squad Funko Pop collection is almost completed. So once that Now once the Suicide Squad Funko Pop collection is completed, I will be doing a Funko Pop review and some of an unboxing. So keep an eye out for that video whenever that collection is done. Oh, and before y'all leave, I do have small clips of me and my mom going to see the Suicide Squad in theaters. That will be coming up right now. Goodbye, guys.
You're too fucking flawed!
Okay, cool.
The hell are you supposed to be?
Dang, you killed my face.
I'm vengeance.
That was the guy.
This guy's crazy.
It was so good on screen.
You were part of this too. How am I part of it? You'll see.
Oh, they updated it.
Oh, sorry. Come through. Hey, Boomer.
What are you doing back in prison house?
I got road rage in a bank. Oh, so sorry.
Your name is
Coming through.
TDK, correct? Yeah. And it stands for what?
Stands for me. The name is.
So smart.
Sebastian, say hello, Sebastian.
I'm not shaking the rat's hand.
And finally, polka dot man.
Polka dot man. What does he do? Throw polka dots at people? He does. He throws polka dots at people.
Hey, Polka Dot Man. I was hoping you'd entertain my kid's birthday party.
No way.
And
Yes, that is your hand, the no way. Very good.
we're all gonna die. I hope so. He does throw polka dots at people. You don't friends.
Camera ready.
Yeah. That was freaking awesome.
So we just watched Suicide Squad 2. It's really good. And now I'm in love with King Shark.
The movie left me speechless. The movie was freaking awesome.
Shocking. You gotta go watch it. You gotta go watch
Oh yeah, definitely shocking.
Yep. Not what I expected. It's really hard not to give shit away.
Yeah, definitely. That's crazy.
I got to watch this cool dude. I love you.
Mom, if you're watching this video, thank you very much for going to see the Suicide Squad movie in theaters, because it was really fun. I had a great time with you. And thank you for the Funko Pop collection I have now. And yeah, I love you, Mom, and I can't wait for the next thing we'll do soon. So, bye.